much respect, respect. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and get to it. So on this one right here, what we're going to be talking about is lack of purpose. How does an individual come across a lack of purpose? There can be two qualifying categories, okay? Let's go through it. The first category that we're going to talk about is the person who chooses not to seek themselves. The person who always looks at everything that happens to them is from the exteriors of life as opposed to what is the interior of oneself. You will continuously come across these hurdles that can bring about the lack of purpose because you never sought it out. And then you have those who actually do know their purpose and they just refuse to take the crown of their purpose. Every purpose comes with a crown, and not everybody wants to receive their crown. Now, I'm going to say this. Most people want to receive their crown. How do we know this? Through the fantasies in which they give us. You know, we will hear people talk about what they want to be. If you ever took the time to just go inside a person's mind and ask them, what is it you want to be? They wouldn't have to say anything. You will be able to see the thoughts of what it is they really, truly want to be. See, the thing is this. We genuinely have this, let's say, defect. Let's call it a defect, a human defect of the lack of perfection. And it's a defect because a lot of us do believe that we are supposed to be in a perfect state. You know what? There actually is a perfect state for you. What is it? The perfect state for you in your existence is when you finally recognize I am perfect in my imperfections. That's right. The day that we all recognize that I might not accomplish everything I wanted to, that's a possibility, not a guarantee, but a possibility. The very moment that you actually extend your thoughts to the fact of maybe some of the things that I want to accomplish is just not realistic. Me as an amputee, 43 years old, it would be unrealistic to say I'm going to try out for the NBA. It's not realistic. Is it possible? Well, when God is in charge, everything's possible, right? Even down to a whole person walking on water. It was written somewhere. Even down to a whole person splitting a moon. It was written somewhere. Just had to throw that in. Listen, purpose and being purpose driven. What does it truly consist of? To be purpose driven means that you have taken time to figure out who you are. A lot of people do not want to take the time to figure out, who am I? When was the last time you actually asked this question to yourself? Now, this is just for you, whoever you may be listening. What's my purpose? Why was I created? Why was I dropped off into the family that I was? Why do I have the background and bloodline I do? Why was I dropped off into the race and or color, skin, or culture that I've been dropped off into? Now, a lot of people would say, well, Smitty, that's arbitrary. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just some semantics. Like, that's just some extra stuff. You're doing too much. Okay, cool. But guess what? The more you know about yourself, the closer to figuring out why you were sent here is answered. Respect. Anytime that you come across thoughts in your mind of doubt, I promise you, you're going to come across just as much the lack of self purpose. Anytime that you feel amazing about yourself, guess what generally happens? You're actually closer to what possibly you could be here for means. I'm speaking about something a lot of people do not want to talk about because to them it may be boring or it may be something that just doesn't even count as to, I'm not hearing you telling me chase the bag. Well, I'll never say chase the bag because the very moment that you decide to chase the bag is the very moment you start seeking yourself. Like you just stop. You just stop seeking you. You don't seek you anymore because you're seeking something that is exterior. Money. Money is something that is on the outside of you that comes into your life. What did you already have in your life before the money came? Oh, snap. Respect. So I'm going to leave you with that question. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Much respect to the family. And don't mind me. I'm knocking out these clips because right now I'm coping with so many different thoughts. But you know what keeps me steadfast? My intentions, where my heart is, and not to mention my focus on who I'm supposed to be in life, not who you want me to be in this life. But with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Respect.